hold on, it might be on fire. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to another one of my videos. Today we are working on my Volvo 740 sleeper. I don't know how much you can see that. Let me get out of your way. Yeah, whole rig rundown if you're not familiar. Forged bottom end, CD09 6-speed trans. We blew the head gasket because I put an old head on it and didn't get a machine. So now we have a freshly built head in there. And last time you saw us, I snapped one of the studs off. So there's 8 brand new studs in there, and everything is mounted up for the turbo side except for the downpipe because of course I had to break another thing. So the V-band clamp broke. Ross had one, so he hooked me up last night. And yeah, so I'll show you what we got so far. Finally threw away my Milwaukee gloves. I've had them for so long. These are way cheaper, but they'll get the job done. They just don't have the same snug feel, you know? That's the Milwaukee difference. If that's not their slogan, it definitely should be. You know what Volvo hoods do? They go all the way up. See, look at that. 8 fresh Brad Pitts in there. You know them as studs. Here's all the old trash ones that didn't break. Bought a stud extractor socket set. Best thing ever. Definitely get yourself one of those. So what we need to do is get this broken ass V-band clamp off and put the not as broken ass one on, and then the exhaust side is done. So then what we got left to do is I'm going to pre-oil the camshaft. Just pour a little up top because it's a fresh build. There's still oil in the engine block. Well, the oil pan, it's full, so we'll probably just go ahead and start with the oil that's in there, considering it was brand new. I changed it right before we pulled the head off. Intake manifold on, obviously plug all the wires back in.
There's someone out there, I'll pack my bags to Rio. She's a dancer, but I'm a drummer. I'm lost in this world, but I found myself in Rio. On a blanket across the ocean. Love is a game, I know I've been afraid. Call me crazy, but don't call me lazy.
Okay, sorry, got a little distracted, but here's some things I've done. Serpentine belts are back on, fan is back on, so now the only thing we need to do is put a new battery in it, get the valve cover gasket on, bolt the valve cover down, put that oil cap that I did find back on, and then we start it. For the first time in probably well over a year, it will be time to fire up the SE. The spirit of Jasmine, if you will. Little Red Hood. It's got a few different names. I like to call it the pile of shit. Having to take the intercooler pipe off to put a battery in is not my favorite thing in the world, but it is what it is.
Lost in a maze, I've been this way before. Freeze the doorways and lock the hallways. I caught you.
The clock likes to do this when the battery dies. You can shut it off somehow. It's just like press this button right here or something, or twist something. I don't remember. Oh, it's right here. I remember now. Yeah, look at that. I forgot it has digital clock adjustment button. God, Volvos are fancy. Alright, Volvo. You ran when I parked you. You're connected. Everything seems to be working. Please. The white band's not working, but please. Oh my God, it works! Mostly. Okay, wideband sensor is plugged in, and the map line was a little pinched. I think that's really what the problem was. So we're gonna let the wideband warm up. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, we're back. I'm gonna make sure nothing's leaking too terribly bad or anything like that. And then we're gonna take it for a drive. I should probably figure out why the wideband's bad at me. Wow, listen to that piston slap. Okay, so the coolant temp sensor just started reading wrong again. I'm assuming it's got to be the wiring. The wideband's not working. We're still smoking a lot. It's not coming out of the exhaust. It seems like moderately happy. It's doing a weird red hang thing. I think it might be the map sensor line still. That seems like a lot of smoke. Hold on, it might be on fire. Really cool time for a leaf blower guy. My billet oil cap is spewing oil all over and it's running down the valve cover onto the exhaust manifold. So I'm taking it back home now. Well, there you go, guys. It's running. It's not leaking oil from the new oil stuff that I put on it, so that's cool. But it is absolutely gushing as much oil as it possibly could out of that oil cap. It's done this before, like it leaked before, but not this bad that I can recall. But those spark plug wires are awfully close to the exhaust too. God. There's a reason this is a prototype manifold that never made it to production, huh? Oh boy, well, what can you do? At least it starts and sounds okay. We still got the crazy piston slap. You guys know why. You probably know why. I want to build another engine for this. Ross has one for me. So this was kind of just, we'll say, a social experiment to put it back together the way it was with a new head on it and just get it running. But, you know, haven't exactly been motivated, and now this is going to be even less motivating, but it is what it is. I don't know why the wideband's not working, but I assume it's the sensor. Those go bad with some relative regularity, unfortunately. I was gonna get it tuned and then take this all apart and redo a new harness, new plug wires and everything, and make it look kind of nice, but I think there's no reason to just wait on that now. I don't know. It's whatever at this point. If I have to just wait to get it actually tuned and you know, properly set up till after the engine's built properly, or at least I put the new harness in it and can make sure everything's working. I really want to know why this thing is leaking oil. There's a seal in there. For some reason I thought there wasn't a seal, and then I thought Ross and I must have put one in there. And there's a rubber seal in there on the cap, but it's just absolutely puking oil. It didn't used to do it that bad either. It's a little upsetting because, you know, I'm sure it's something I'm doing wrong, but it's a very expensive component, and you can tell that it's not leaking from up here down. It's coming out from around the cap itself. So it is what it is. You know, press the buttons, do the things. See you next time.